Here with Khari Willis. Khari, former Lumen Christi Titan, Michigan State Spartan, and Indianapolis Colt. And despite the fact you went to Michigan State, I know the Glick family and the U of M does have maybe not a special place in your heart. The Glick family does, but this rivalries aside, this is a special day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Al Glick, blessed memory now, was a great supporter of mine, great friend of mine. I've known his family, went to school with some of his grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and so despite the colors, I always had a great love and admiration for Al, and I feel like it's been mutual with the Glick family. So definitely a special place in my heart. Beautiful camp, beautiful day, and whenever I can come out and support, I can stomach the colors for a little bit and keep pushing. So very grateful for Al.
I think it's about what this game can do for you, what it can do for kids. The game has taken you places probably you never thought you'd go. Talk about how cool this sport is and just the specialty about football and playing football.
Yeah, football is a special sport because it's not an individual sport and it's not based on individual talent. You can have the best players, not just one best player, but you can have a team full of better athletes, better players, and have a bad team and lose. So this is a game that's built on principles, built on details, built on doing things the right way. There's a winning formula, that travels from Pee Wee to pro. And if you can learn those principles and you can apply those things, not only athletically, but whether that's academically, financially, socially, spiritually, whatever way you want to apply it, the ways that I've learned, I feel like you'll have success. And so I think that what football can give to kids, the structure, the stability, something to look forward to, outlet, ways to compete, ways to learn, different skills and translate them into other things in life. I feel like this game has so much to offer. It does come with, the higher up you go, more risk and chance and things like that. But I think that they're doing everything they can to make it as safe as possible, So I think there's a lot to learn from the game of football.
It's not long ago you were sitting in these kids' age in their seats and listening to probably former college and NFL players. When you're a youngster like that, is that what you believe? Do you believe you're gonna make it? Is that what all these kids want to do today?
Absolutely, without a question. I always tell the story. I remember I had a fourth grade teacher. I'm not gonna say her name, but she said that it was like a group of us in class, and we all wanted to be like professional athletes, this and the other. She gave us like the odds of that happening. Like it's like 1 in a million chance. Yeah. And I remember it. I don't remember I voiced it or if I thought it, but I just remember it. The memory was just like, if it's 1 in a million chance, somebody got to be the one. So
right.
Like, why not me? And all of those kids are feeling that right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it can be a reality. And I think that I've shown that. Tony Bass, Tony Dungy, and Ray Weathers, and a lot of other great athletes in their sports. have shown that you can take a sport and use it as a vehicle to accomplish things in life and to get ahead. And I think that if these kids are dreaming that, I think that's a good start. But I always like to tell them you got to wake up and put it into motion because a lot goes into it. But I think just that beginning and just that starting is great for them.
You're really turning into a phenomenal speaker. I know that probably comes from your father, but you're really taking your talents and doing a lot of speaking and impacting children. Talk a little bit about kind of what you have going on and kind of what your message is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm focusing on the things. So one of the things that I've learned in my life, right? My experiences, I feel that they're vast, especially for being 27. I feel like I've lived a few different lives, but I'm taking the things that I've learned. I'm taking the things that I've seen, worked well and the things that didn't work as well. And I feel like I'm just allowing God to use me in any avenue, any ear that'll listen. Whether that's mentoring kids, one-on-one. Whether there's different phases of transition, they're going from high school to real life. Some of these kids don't go to college, and what does that look like, and how can they, how can we help? Or whether that's speaking to kids that are endeavoring, and trying and going into high school, going in elementary school, whatever the message is. I think that if God can use my voice and use my experience to positively influence them, to help them, I'm all for it.
Great message. Kari Willis here, returning back to Jackson, speaking with the kids and working with the kids at the Al Glick Youth Football Camp. I'm here with Randy Glick and Jessica, and it's a beautiful day, Randy. It's just absolutely awesome. A lot of family here, a lot of friends, and for sure, Al would be really happy today.
Oh, absolutely. This is year 4, and we've had beautiful days for the Al Glick football camp every year, and somebody's looking out for us. So, my dad would be so proud out here. I mean, he just, he loved the community, he loved kids, and just seeing couple hundred kids out here running around having fun time. That's what this is about. So we're just glad we can do this, and a lot of people work really hard to pull this off, and number 4 looks like it was great.
Yeah. Looks like the kids having a great time, but what I love is the row of parents and grandparents behind them, and they are locked in just as much as the kids.
Yeah, it is fun. They're up here watching their kids, and beautiful day out here. It was nice to see Kari Willis talking to the campers and the parents and grandparents out here, and what a message he had. So,
well, Randy, I wanna thank you for all you guys do for the community, including the Al Glick Youth Football Camp. It's first class and fun day for the kids, and fun day for me too. So thank you guys very much.
Well, and thank you guys for being here. And Rebecca Armstrong is the one that does all the work here. I just get to show up and introduce people, and this was my dad's grand idea a few years ago, and she's like, okay, let's do it. And what a great day. So thank you.
inside the Glick Center with Coach Jack Harbaugh. This looks awfully familiar to what you have in Ann Arbor, doesn't it?
Unbelievable. The message that Al, I remember 3 or 4 years ago, it was a cold, wintry day and the snow was coming down, and he drove me out and the construction was just beginning. And he was putting this dream together for me.
Yeah.
And imagine this, imagine that. But I would have never imagined, far beyond my imagination, to realize that it would turn out like this. What a great event this is today, with 240 youngsters competing in football in this outstanding building.
Yeah, it's what the kids of this county now have, thanks to Al and his generosity. Talk a little bit about what these camps are like. You show up at these, you like them, you don't have to. I think you just got here. What do you like about coming to these camps?
When I walked into the stadium and I looked out there and I saw 240 youngsters running around. And I remember again Al talking about his dream was to get these youngsters introduced to football. And football being a way for them to be introduced to other youngsters and former players and the game of football, so that they didn't jump in late. They got a chance to experience it early. And I went back again to when he talked about putting this camp together. I think this is the 4th annual one, missed a couple years with the COVID, but it was like 6 years ago that he had that dream, and here's 240 youngsters running around the field. He would be so proud.
Yeah. And finally, Coach, the message today has been about kind of what football does for you as a person. Football brings people together in so many different ways.
It does, and a common goal of competing and being the best that you can possibly be. You're competing with yourself to be better today than you were yesterday, better tomorrow than you are today. It's a day-to-day type process, and again, for all those that have tried, and the parents, and the parents that see the value of this and encourage, and are so proud to be out here and watch their youngster run around playing the game of football. Puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, it's a cool day. Thanks a lot, Coach, for being with us. Appreciate you coming down.
Thank you for the invitation.
With Coach Antonio Parker of the Jackson Vikings. And Tone, the facility looks awesome. There's a lot of people who haven't been here before. They're just completely shocked. It's all really come together for a great day. Talk about what it's like on campus here when you're watching this event.
Man, it's amazing to see all these people out here and all these wonderful kids down there getting ready to rock and roll at this wonderful Withington Stadium at Jackson High. The Glick family has been wonderful to the Jackson community, and specifically Jackson High. Man, words are unexplainable right now to explain how I feel about it. To see all kind of everything kind of come to fruition, because that big indoor building over there wasn't finished last year, and now it's finished, and you're going to see it at full capacity today.
Yeah, what's cool is there's going to be stations, so kids will get to go inside, outside. Yeah. It's like kind of feels almost like a little bit of a pro day.
Oh, for sure, 100%. We were able to do the exposure camp back in May, and this kind of feels like that again for the small kids. And so for have our kids in our community be able to come here and use our facilities, man, and get a chance to see what it look like, this is big time.
I had a chance to watch the college players walk in, and watching them look around at this facility, they were in awe. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
It's got to make me feel great, man, and make me feel awesome. I mean, honestly, we're blessed. We're extremely blessed, man, to be able to have people like the Glick family in town. That's an asset to Jackson. That's a huge asset to Jackson.
Yeah, you're gonna have your hands in the game today. You're gonna be working with some kids. What's the one thing that your message will be to the youngsters out here today?
Similar to what Kari Willis said, man. Listen and learn. Be able to give effort, man. And it's always you versus you. You're your biggest competitor. And when you can do those things, man, good things can happen. You always be successful when you do those things first.
Coaches from all over the county. Coach Rulowitz from Parma Western is here, and what a cool day for you. You get to work with all kids from all over the area. Does it bring you back to like when you were a kid?
It does. I remember attending camps like this when I was a young man, and it's just a lot of fun. You know, it's all about skill and development and having fun. And you know, football's taught me so many great things in my life that it's neat to be able to pass these lessons down to these young kids. And my oldest son Will is here working with the quarterbacks as well. So it's just a great day at an outstanding facility.
Yeah, you say you have your son here with you. What were his thoughts coming into the camp? Of course, you knew there were going to be. Kari Willis is here. We've got some Michigan players.
Oh, he loves Kari. Jaden, Kari's nephew, plays at Parma Western for us, and of course Will, as soon as he heard Kari was going to be here, was so jacked. But he's just really excited. He got his cleats broken in this week, doing some pass drops in our yard, and making his mom videotape him. So it's he's anticipating a great day.
Should be a great off season for the Panthers. And that first game, it just comes so quick, right? First practice. Talk a little bit about what the off season's like for you guys.
Oh man, we've had a phenomenal off season. We've hit the off season exactly how I wanted it in terms of staying hungry and being humble. We lost here actually in the first round of the playoffs last year, and the players have reacted exactly how I wanted them to react as far as being hungry for more. First round is not what Parma Western football is about, and so we just want to be our best every single day at practice, in the weight room, in the classroom. We have a tagline, champions in everything, and that's how we want to live, is be a champion in everything we do.
Awesome, Coach. Well, go enjoy the rest of the day, and thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
I'm here at, this is actually a famous spot at this camp. This is where Al Glick would sit and watch this camp. I'm with Kelly Hoover and Rebecca Armstrong, and Kelly, I know this event is so cool to you. You, of course, are the director of Jackson Parks and Rec, and work hand in hand with Alro and the Glick family on a lot of things. Talk a little bit about what this event means to you.
Absolutely. You can't imagine what a great partnership this is with Alro Steel. I loved Al. Personally, I really enjoyed him. I also really what he stood for in the community, really understanding the community and the needs of the community, and this is exactly it. Like getting youth involved, getting that experience, just touching the ball, getting to see people that play it, having the support of the University of Michigan, having the support of local coaches and players. I think it's just exactly what it means to the community. Is just come out, have a great day, have exposure.
And Rebecca, you work tirelessly on this, and I think, oops, sorry, Kelly. And I think the saying "whatever it takes" would for sure apply to this event. Talk a little bit about what goes into this, and kind of how you make it special for the kids.
Sure, absolutely. I remember the first year, Al had this dream at like 90, he wanted to start a football camp. You can't really say no to that. And I said, okay, I'll tackle this, and no pun intended. And I immediately went to Kelly, because who better to go in the community that knows about youth and sports and camps. And Kelly just mentored me through the process. We found a great partner in Legacy, brought Justin in, who runs, we just get them through registration, and then Justin takes over. It's beautiful. And we have so many coaches from the area this year, from Concord Northwest, Lumen, Jackson High, Napoleon. They came from all over. It's awesome. And so it's really countywide, which is perfect.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about the community, and football is a community of itself, and I think that was a little bit of the message from some of the speakers. Talk a little bit about what it's like watching the kids throughout the day, and what this camp day is like for you after all the hard work that leads up to it.
So I can't ever get a smile off my face when I start seeing their white shirts go on. It's just so fulfilling because you do put months into it, getting ready and behind the scenes. And then when the day comes and you have beautiful skies like we do today, 4th year in a row that we've had beautiful weather. I don't know how we've been so blessed. And I'm almost praying for rain one year so we can get in the Al Glick Athletic Center. But we'll suffer out here today.